Hey guys, welcome to my video today. Apologize, I don't have a little bit nicer scenery here for you this afternoon. It's been pretty rainy and miserable here in Hawaii the last couple days. We've been having thunderstorms, so you're going to have to put up with the table in my garage for this video. But I have a mixed bag here. These are a couple knives I've gotten in the last few days and haven't had time individually to sit down and make videos on them, so I'm just going to dump them all on you in one video here. So let's start checking them out. First one, it's one that I've had for a couple weeks here. This was a birthday present from my beautiful wife. She decided I probably needed a new knife for my birthday, so she said, here, get whatever you like. And decided to venture out, check out something from a different company here. I've been interested in some of these Bestech designs, so decided to pick up the Bestech Grampus. So overall, I've been very happy with this knife. This is definitely my style. It suits me well. It's exactly the size I prefer in a everyday carry type knife. This is one that I could absolutely see having with me on a regular basis. It's got a nice flat grind to it. It's stone-washed and satin finished D2 blade, G10 scales, and nice stainless liners on it here. The thing I really like about this, it has this nice extended lanyard hole that kind of doubles as a glass breaker. I think it gives it a kind of a mean look, and definitely would be functional if you ever needed to smash something with it. So overall, I think this is a very cool knife. Action on it's really smooth. Flipper works well. Makes for a nice little guard here for your fingers, so you just get a really good grip on this knife. Check the weight on this guy. Feels good to me, but this guy is 5 ounces. So a little bit on the heavier side for some people, but definitely what I like size-wise. This thing overall, give you a length on it here, is just a little over 8 inches all the way to the end of the extended lanyard hole here. So perfect size for me. Really like the blade shape on it. I think it's very functional for what I prefer in a knife. So that's why I picked it. I think the only thing that I would say I'm going to modify just a little bit, the end of the pocket clip, it doesn't come down to a sharp point, but it's just enough of a tip there that when you grip this thing, you can see it's, you know, it's kind of digging right into your palm. It does have one little hot spot because of this, but I'm going to take the Dremel to it and round it over a little bit, and I think it should be fine. Other than that, really like this thing. I like how the back spacer is a nice big chunk of stainless. Nice really deep grippy texture on the G10. Nice big strong lockup on it. It just feels good overall, so definitely happy with it. I actually am interested in a bunch of the other Bestech designs. I think they make a lot of nice looking stuff, so I will probably start checking out some more of their other knives after seeing this one. I definitely like it. So thank you, wife. I appreciate the birthday present. So moving on, next one is a TwoSun knife that I just got 2 days ago. This is one that's been on my kind of list of TwoSun stuff that I always was kind of curious about, but you know, wasn't exactly my style, so it wasn't a high priority. This is one that's been out for a while. This is the TS102 by Night Morning Design. I always kind of assumed it would be uncomfortably small here in the bottom of your hand, but after getting it in, I was kind of pleasantly surprised the way the clip is here at the end. It actually makes it feel a little bit bigger across this way and doesn't actually feel small down at the bottom of your hand, so you do get a decent grip on it. It's a smaller size knife. This one is, I'm looking at about 7 1/4 overall, and weight on this guy 3.83 ounces. So it is on the smaller side for an EDC knife, but you know, for people who prefer a little bit more discreet type of pocket knife, this is definitely a good choice. It's got these nice ceramic balls on the side for kind of style, and the one that is at the end of the pocket clip here actually makes it nice and smooth to go in and out of your pocket. It does come all the way up to the end, so this has a very functional clip on it. I know that's usually my biggest gripe on most pocket knives, is whether or not the clip is well designed and, you know, makes you want to carry it or not. So this one is decent. It's got really nice snappy action to it. The blade on this thing is exceptionally sharp, comes down to a really nice fine edge. Not a whole lot of meat behind the edge here, so it's a good slicer. I do like the fact that the frame lock sticks up enough so it's easy to open and close. The flipper is well designed on it. This overall is a very functional, smaller knife. So I'm happy with it. I'm glad I scored one for a good price and finally got a chance to bring it in and check it out. This is the TS102 by Night Morning Design. So moving down the list here, next one I wanted to show you. This is actually a knife that came from a trade that I did with somebody on Instagram. I actually traded him both this Wii and this Ganzo for a TwoSun knife that I had, and actually the trade was for the Wii, and he decided to throw in the Ganzo and said, here, go ahead and review this one also. So I think that definitely hits a new level in my YouTube career. Somebody sent me a knife to review, so that's kind of a big milestone for me. So thank you, Eddie. I appreciate it. This is the fourth Ganzo knife that I've owned now, and this is definitely one that if I was going to purchase a Ganzo, I would definitely consider this one. You can see it pretty much suits my personal taste as far as shape. There's a nice drop point to it. Actually pretty similar blade shape to the Bestech. But the G-lock works really well on it. The thumb stud opening is really easy action, so I do like this one a lot. It's got this nice flat G10 to it and kind of heavy stainless liners. There's no weight relief on this one, so it is on the heavier side. This one actually, I'll give you a weight here, is 4.69 ounces, so a little bit on the heavier side, but that's kind of what I prefer anyway, so I do like this one a lot. Feel of it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Kershaw Emerson designs as far as the nice flat G10. It feels not well refined, not kind of industrial feeling, but it just feels, you know, like a work knife, like a utilitarian type design. It's got really good grip to it. Very functional clip, nice lanyard hole. I mean, it just, you know, personally hits all of my qualifications for a useful everyday pocket knife. The other Ganzos that I've had that have the 440C, they do hold a really nice edge. This one actually is extremely sharp. Touched it up just a little bit on ceramic rod, but it is definitely shaving sharp. So I've never had any complaints about Ganzo stuff. I do like their knives, so this one's no exception. So this is the Ganzo G738. And the last knife I wanted to show you here, this was the other one that came in trade. This is the Wii 617. And I was very pleasantly surprised with this. I mean, I've never really had any complaints about TwoSun's packaging. I know some people like to critique them on not doing something different besides just a sleeve and a cardboard box and a bag of oil, but you know, when you do get a knife that comes with a whole bunch of extras, it does, I don't know, it kind of does feel nice, I guess. I don't really need it, but it is nice. Came with this nice big cloth for cleaning your knife, and then of course this little tool, because all of the hardware on this knife is 5-point star shaped screw heads to it, so it is definitely requires this little tool, and if you ever lose this, well, you're absolutely screwed and you'll never be able to take your knife apart. So, but getting into it, I am very, very happy with this thing. It's just a cool looking knife. I love the harpoon shape to it. It's big, it's comfortable all the way around. This is just a good knife, man. I'm totally stoked about the trade. It's got really nice jimping, the way they actually cut the lines in the side for style and then continue over the top as the jimping. It really gives you a nice solid grip here. Being a liner lock, it's actually very comfortable to disengage here. I know it looks like it's kind of serrated, but it's not uncomfortable at all on your thumb. It does slide over easily. Nice solid lock up on it. The G10 does kind of wrap around the liners. They're set in, and it is skeletonized liners in there, so it's not super heavy. It has a nice, kind of a nice solid pop to it when you open it. I like how the lanyard hole is kind of integrated into the backspacer here. A little jimping on the backspacer. A little bit on the clip, I guess, for style, but the pocket clip itself, good amount of springiness to it. Titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer. It goes in and out of your pocket very easily. You know, it's definitely on the larger side for a knife and might not work for everybody, but this one's good by me. I don't know, I prefer a big knife, obviously, if you've watched any of my videos, so this one suits me. This is 8 3/4 overall, so definitely on the bigger side for an everyday pocket knife, but as far as weight, is 4.42 ounces, so not super heavy, just on the bigger side. I do like how the D2 is coated on the blade, kind of I'm not sure what the actual coating is, but a non-stick coating, so it's not going to get gummed up as easily. Cutting boxes and tape and stuff, it cleans off pretty easily. I'm not 100% sure what the actual function of a harpoon-shaped blade is, besides to look mean maybe, but if anybody can leave a comment and tell me if there's a function for a harpoon shape, I would love to know, personally. I mean, I like them, I just don't know that they serve a real function for anything, besides looking cool. But overall, very, very happy about this one. So, this is the W617. And last couple of things I want to show. These are actually two things that I finally got in the mail from China, and these are sub $1 items. I do a lot of construction work, and I don't know for the life of me why I've never carried a little pry bar on my keys for anything, but I decided to bring in a couple of the very inexpensive ones to check out. First one I got was this $1 Chinese knockoff of the Gerber Shard, and I carried this on my keys for a little while. It turned out to be a very handy thing to have around. You know, pulling staples or whatever. I don't really drink, but would be a nice bottle opener. I think this was intended to be used as a Phillips screwdriver, but I kind of failed on the shape of it there, so not really functional like that. So I carried this one for a little bit before this guy came in, and I think if the hole would have been a little smaller, maybe closer out to the end, so it carried a little easier on your keys. It's very functional, and I do like it, but it's just a little bit too big for my keys. You can see my keys are already pretty large at this point, but I got a couple of these guys. I've had this one on there for a week or two now, and it's come in handy for a lot of different stuff. Opening paint cans especially, it's just super handy. Pulling staples out of the end of a 2x4 or whatever you might need it for. It's just handy to have a pry bar, and you know, maybe I'm late to the party with finally getting one, but I don't need some $120 titanium pry bar. Personally, I'm not trying to impress everybody with a bunch of Instagram photos of it. It's just functional to me, and for, I think I paid, I don't know, maybe 80 cents a piece for this stainless pry bar. It works just fine for me. So as far as heaviness on my keys, it's no more noticeable than any of the other stuff I have on there. Got a little Swiss Army knife and this nice little pen that I've got from TwoSun. I don't know if I ever showed this on video before, but very handy little micro pen. I also am in sales, so it's nice to have a pen on hand at all times, just in case I forget to put one in my pocket. I have gotten a lot of use out of this thing, so very happy to have this. I did actually anodize it. I did the green and a little bit of purple, but purple's kind of worn off at this point. So yeah, anyway, so these are my latest Chinese $1 scores. Very happy with them. So anyway, that's what I got for today, guys. I appreciate you checking out my video. Thanks for bearing with me and my mixed bag of junk here today. But if you like this video and this is your first time finding my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I want to say thank you for everybody who has already subscribed. It does surprise me a little bit when I post a video to see so many people watch it right away. That lets me know people actually have notifications on for my video, which just blown away. So thank you guys. I appreciate your support, and I hope to see you at the next video. Thanks.